to say my name is Paul Schreiber. I'm from Ypsilanti, city of Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm former mayor of Ypsilanti, and I approve this message. I grew up in St. Clair Shores, which was a bedroom community. What I remember about it was that there were hardly any trees. It was flat. We had rows and rows of ranch houses that were built in the 50s. My parents built the house I grew up in 1 year before I was born. It was kind of boring. That's what, I guess that was the key word for me, was it was kind of a boring neighborhood. So I went to an all-boys Catholic high school, and I got a good education, but I think socially it wasn't a good idea for me. So if I were to do it over again, I would have liked to have gone to a school that had girls in it also. I was friends with almost all the boys in the class, but I wasn't really close friends with anybody. So college was a big social boon for me, so it changed me. It made me more outgoing. I think there's a certain mystique about being mayor, and just to show up in flesh and blood and to show them that anybody can be mayor. If the circumstances are right, but also if you really want to do it. So I had been involved with Eastern with historic preservation, which is a big part of Ypsilanti. Also, I saw the financial issues needed to be addressed, and I'd gone to some city council meetings advocating for the Housing Commission, and I saw how things worked, and I thought I could do a good job. And it's not just being mayor. I mean, if you get involved in your community. When I first moved to Ypsilanti, my wife and I, we had a public housing complex across the fence from us, and there were some crime issues there. I got involved, and I got the neighborhood organized, and we worked with the Housing Commission to improve the conditions there. So eventually that led me to be appointed by the mayor to be on the Housing Commission. There were the tenants. All the tenants wanted to have improved housing. The city council was another one, and when I became mayor, I kind of had support from both of those organizations. There was a lot of rewarding parts. I think the Ann Arbor Area Transportation Authority and the low-income affordable housing projects come to fruition. That was very heartwarming. But also, just on more personal levels, there would be somebody maybe that I could help out. I also, believe it or not, I had people calling me with ideas how to help government. And they would be people that wouldn't necessarily, maybe their ideas didn't work, but what was heartwarming about it was their heart was in the right place, and they took time out of their day to call. The biggest lesson I've learned in life is to be unassuming, to understand where other people are coming from first before jumping out and taking a position. It always amazes me how somebody who is not very assertive can come up with something very insightful. So I always try to listen to the people who don't talk much. The less people talk, the more I try to listen to them. I guess some of the personal relationships I formed were also enjoyable and rewarding. The mayor really is just the focal point. If somebody wants to do something or has a complaint or maybe has a suggestion, usually they think of the mayor first because it's the most visible person. Yeah, it really depends upon how big the city is. If it's a smaller city, usually there's a city manager, and the city manager runs the day-to-day operations, and the mayor usually is just one person that has one vote on the city council. So the mayor can run the meetings and usually can appoint people to boards and commissions with the consent of council. And I remember when I would walk out, there were kids on our block that would be walking past, and I had one kid, every time he saw me, he'd say, "Are you the mayor?" It's like, kids know what a mayor is, they know what a president is, and it's interesting. It's just a very recognizable title, and there's a lot that goes with that, but not a lot of power. So my advice to you would be to don't waste your energy. If you have energy, go out and use it. Do something. If you want to do something, now's the time to do it. Do it now, because responsibilities happen, things can happen. So if you have the freedom, take advantage of it.